Hey everybody, I'm Nathaniel Dodson from tutvid.com. Welcome right into this Adobe Premiere Pro tutorial where today we are going to take a look at this trippy echoing light trail effect in Premiere. Pretty cool, isn't it? We're going to take a look at how to do that. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel so you never miss any video editing, Premiere, or After Effects related tutorial in the past, present, or future. Let's get this one on the road. Alrighty, so here we are in Adobe Premiere Pro, and my first thought is I want to take this video track of all these cars flying around the bend here, and I want them to look like they just have these smooth light trails following everywhere they go. It's pretty simple. We're going to come over here to our effects panel, and I'm going to search for an effect called Echo. Right here, Video Effects Time, Echo. And I'm going to drag and drop that there on my video clip. Here in my Effect Controls panel, I have this little echo effect that's appeared. And we've got some stuff happening out here. It doesn't necessarily look good. It just looks like we've kind of destroyed the clip, which we sort of have, but we're going to rectify that here. What I want to do first and foremost is change the number of echoes. We want to stretch this out a little bit. So let's go with like 25 echoes. That's almost like 25 copies of this video, you can think of it. And you can see it's just, now we're doing some serious damage. Don't worry, we're gonna pull things back into place here. Let's set the echo time to like a negative 0.5 just to see how this works and what it's going to do for us. And then we're going to change the echo operator here from add. We're going to set it to maximum. Maximum is going to kind of take the highest, the highlights, the highest, brightest parts of your frame and just kind of paste them over almost like a light and blend mode would do in Photoshop if you're familiar with Photoshop. Now, you can see it still looks like it just kind of looks like we're doing some weird stuff here, right? I mean, I guess it's kind of cool, but we really want this to be one solid chunk of light, at least as much as we can. The goal here is to change the echo time in seconds to something less than negative half a second. This stuff needs to be squeezed even tighter together. I guess technically this is more. So I'm going to go negative 0.02. So this is going to really squish everything together. And you're going to see here what we get is a really interesting little effect. So I'll go ahead, I'll just play through this. And you can see, sure enough, we get these really elongated headlights. Now, I want them to actually be a little bit longer than that. So I'm going to take this back to the beginning. Let's make them longer by setting like 75 echoes. Now, this is going to be very CPU intensive. I'm just going to give you a warning. I'm previewing this down here at a quarter quality, and I'm recording my screen on a relatively powerful computer. I'm not working a monster here or anything, but we're going to get a really cool effect here as I go ahead and play through this. And it's going to stutter up and jam up on me a little bit there. But it's a really neat little effect. You can see the headlights come out, and then eventually they just travel on down the road at the nice slow pace that they're going. Now, if I want to pick this up, of course, you can do something like right-click on your clip, go speed, duration, change, and we could boost this to like 200%. It's going to 2x the speed of the clip, and we could play through this. Now, this is going to be even more CPU intensive, just as a little heads up here. And you can see we just get these nice light trails moving along, and you can make them longer and longer and longer if you want. We can go with 150 echoes and make them even longer, so they're almost all just connecting to each other. That might be kind of interesting and look really, really cool. There's just a lot you can do here with this echo effect, particularly with a clip like this, where what we want to sort of echo and stretch out are the headlights, and there's a lot of contrast between the headlights and the background. Maximum is going to help isolate those headlights, just as you see. And by the way, minimum would do the exact opposite. It would take like the darkest bits of the photo and duplicate that and pile that up, and you just got to give it a second here to render. But you can see here we get this really kind of creepy, almost empty road-looking effect. But it's just different applications for whatever you may want to use this effect for. I'm going to set it back to maximum. So I'm actually going to delete this clip now because we don't need to mess around with it. I'll come back to that later. I'm going to bring in this clip of this ballet girl. I'm going to show you something else we can do here with echo. So I'm going to go echo, and this clip of this girl, you can see she's just doing her thing out there. And what I want to do, I'm going to set the echo time, again, to negative half a second. So we're going to go negative 0.5. I'll give this like 10 echoes, so 10 copies of this. And I'm going to set this once again to maximum. Her dress is white. We want to kind of keep the highlighty portion of her. And you're going to see here as we play through this, we just get this really creepy 10x version of the video where she's appearing and restarting over and over and over again. And it kind of transforms her from a ballet dancer to more of a spider wearing a tutu. It's rather disturbing, but it's a really, really cool effect knowing that you have the ability to do this with echo. All right, once again, I'm going to delete echo. I'm going to delete ballet dancer. I'm going to pull in one more clip here, and I want to show you guys something you can do here in terms of having a little bit more control over what you're working with in terms of your echo effect. So one thing you can do if you don't want to mess around with the echo effect and it's just not really getting you what you want for your particular frame, you can just duplicate your current video. Hold down Alt or Option, and we just drag a copy of the video up to the track above. Hold down Command or Control Control key and tap the right arrow key. Let's go like 1, 2, and if I hit the plus button on my keyboard there, I can zoom right in on this. And you can see that we've just nudged this 2 frames to the right. So boom, 2 frames to the right for this clip. Now, this clip, I'm going to change the blend mode. So you could do all kinds of stuff. You could try, what does it look like if I set it to multiply? How does that look? Well, I'm not going to see anything because my playhead is over here at frame 0. We got to move out over the actual video. Okay, that's not really doing what I want it to do. What I want to do is I want to save the headlights. I want to create those headlight trails again. So I'm going to go not with screen, because screen is going to brighten everything. I'm going to go with lighten. Lighten should just kind of preserve the uber brightest areas of my image. And I can see the image is being offset maybe a little bit more than I want. So I think maybe I'll set this back 1 frame. So hold down the Command or Control key, tap the left arrow key, and now we're getting much less overlap. And then I'll just do this all over again. So hold down Alt or Option, drag that clip up, hold down the Command or Control key, and tap the right arrow key once. And then I can now select both of these clips, holding down Alt or Option, and then select both of them, Command or Control, and tap the right arrow key. Now, I already set this one video clip to the light and blend mode. So as I duplicate, of course, every new video clip is also going to have the light and blend mode. So you don't need to worry about that. I am going to, I think, make these very, very skinny here. And I'll just grab the top one here again, hold down Alt or Option, drag this one up, Command or Control, and tap it over 1 frame. And then just keep, repeating that process over and over. Whoops, wrong video clip. Make sure you select the correct video clip. And just, keep selecting and nudging and selecting and nudging. And eventually, you're going to get a nice little effect here. If I start playing through this, you can see we've got this really cool little effect where we have these growing light trails that just kind of come out of nowhere. I'm going to duplicate this up just a couple more times. And just think of each of these layers here that we're working with. This is like one step in that echo effect. I'm going to grab here a bunch of these clips, and I'm going to hold down my Alt or Option key, and I'm going to duplicate them up. And now I'm going to scroll up. I got to select all of these, hold down Command or Control, and just nudge that arrow key. And I'll do it maybe one more time. And I think that'll be enough in terms of we have a complete enough, a long enough effect here. I'm going to just hold down my Shift key and scroll with my mouse wheel over here just to shrink all of my tracks down, make them all skinnier so I can see them all. All right, once more, if I begin this at the very start here, and I play through, you can see we're just getting these really long light trails. Now, maybe you want the light trails all to sort of fade in. I'm just going to drag my timeline up a little bit so you can really see what's going on here. I want to select the starting point of all of these clips. I can do that by holding down my Command or Control key and dragging out a selection over all of the clips. You can see I got all of them except the top one. So let me try doing that again, Command or Control, and drag out over all those top clips. I'm not selecting the beginning part of the bottommost clip. And now, up here under Effects, I'm going to get rid of my search query. Under Video Transitions and Dissolve, I have my default clip transition set as cross dissolve here. So this is the default video transition in Premiere for me. I can apply that to these video clips by hitting Command or Control D. Now, that's probably a little bit too much of a cross dissolve, but maybe not. Let's just, I don't know, we'll see what it looks like. Let's see. Maybe it'll actually look cool. I was going to say you can change the duration of the cross dissolve in the Premiere preferences. No, I think that actually kind of looks neat. And you can basically do the same thing here. We can fade all of these out at the very end as well. Of course, we just want to preserve the topmost clip. So hold down Command or Control and drag out a selection here over everything except the topmost clip. And then once more, we hit Command or Control D. It'll apply a cross dissolve to the very end. And I'm just going to drag my timeline back down, make it a little bit smaller. And I'll play through here to see what happens as the light trails come to an end. You can see how they just kind of fade away. So the effect happens, and then at the end of this whole thing, it's just going to fade right away. And oh, by the way, if you wanted to see how to change that setting in terms of how long the duration of your default transition is, you can come up here to Premiere Pro Preferences. This would be Edit Preferences for Windows, Premiere Pro Preferences Timeline, and then right here, Video Transition Default Duration. I've got mine set to 5 frames. Maybe this should be more like 2 or 3, but whatever. Who's counting? I like the way it looks just the way it is. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is how you go about creating that trippy, echoey, light trail type effect in Adobe Premiere Pro. Pretty useful. You can use it for all kinds of different things. It's just a really neat effect that can be used to set off all kinds of different things. And I think you will really enjoy messing around with it. If you enjoyed this tutorial, well, you can check out our group over on Discord, discord.me/tutvid if Discord is your thing. Or if Instagram is more your kind of thing, you can follow me over on Instagram at tutvid, where I do a live show just about every day, and all kinds of other cool stuff goes up over there as well. Guys, we're messing around with the echo effect and even manually creating our own stuttery echo here in Premiere. That's it. Get it, got it, good. Nathaniel Dodson, tutvid.com. I'll catch you in the next one. And before you go, make sure you subscribe to my channel for more great tutorials every day. Also, buy my course. It helps us do what we do, and this channel is supported by viewers just like you. You can also just click the thumbnail and watch another video from this channel. See you next time, guys.